I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here. But then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.
most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Well, hello, my fellow Americans and fellow liberty lovers all across the globe. It is I, your lovable host, El Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is live free or die. It is not big government or bust, and it has not changed because I checked again today and it's still live free or die. It is Monday, beginning of the week, June the 29th in the year of our Lord 2015. The number that you can call this evening, toll free if you wish to join me here on the Rod Eccles Show, is 603-835-3224. 603 digits, area code. Hey, I mentioned it earlier about what Jeb Bush said. You have to understand one thing. Government isn't very good at being fiscally responsible. But when government isn't fiscally responsible, then it's not the government that suffers, it's the people. But they will always make it sound like it's the government that's going to suffer, when in reality, it's the people. Well, if you don't do this for, like Greece is like, well, if you don't renegotiate our debt, then, government can't pay this back and we're going to pay too much interest. But the reality is, it's the Greek citizens that are going to have to pay for all of that. They're going to have to cough up the money. And they're pretty ticked about it, actually. Well, here, we're running into the same thing. We're starting to see, hey, we saw Detroit filed for municipal bankruptcy. We saw the sad, sorry state that Detroit, Michigan ended up being in. And how did it get there? Well, overspending and being anti-business, really, basically anti-wealth, private wealth. People weren't going to stay around. Well, now you're looking at Puerto Rico. And you are not going to believe this about the little island possession that is known as Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico can no longer make payments on its $73 billion debt. Puerto Rico has a $73 billion debt. No wonder Puerto Ricans are fleeing the island left and right. Now, they can no longer make payments on this debt, according to Governor Alejandro Garcia Padilla, who warns the island is perilously close to entering a death spiral. He says the debt is not payable. There is no other option. This is not politics. This is math. The governor told the New York Times in an interview published yesterday evening, but we have to make the economy grow. If not, we will be in a death spiral, he said. The warning comes just one day before the governor is expected to release a report conducted by former officials at the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank that paints a very weak picture, a very bleak picture of the Commonwealth's finances. According to media reports, the governor will deliver a major speech following the report's release. Now, Puerto Rico's economy has been in hot water for years due to government overspending, high energy costs, and dependence on debt. Now the U.S. territory is dangerously close to default. And, of course, this is coming from CNN Money. In an attempt to avoid missed payment, the Puerto Rican government is now seeking concessions from its creditors, including deferring some debt payments or extending the repayment schedule. It seems no one will emerge from this crisis unscathed. The governor is now urging the island's creditors to share the sacrifice. Why should the creditors share the sacrifices? They did not borrow and overspend the money. Everybody has to sacrifice but the government, right? How about the government just pony up the money? We don't have it. Well, how about you stop spending? Yeah, that's it. Now, one flashpoint seems to be a $400 million debt payment that the government-run electricity provider, PREPA, must make on July 1st. It's a debt that PREPA, P-R-E-P-A, almost certainly can't pay in total. Now, Moody's has rated the electricity company's bonds in the lowest possible category. Now, things have gotten so bad that Puerto Ricans of all social classes have left in search of jobs elsewhere. Between 1980 and 2000, the average annual migration of Puerto Ricans to the mainland U.S. was about 12,000 people. From 2010 to 2013, the economy started tanking. That figure jumped to 48,000 people per year. Now, every time someone leaves Puerto Rico, it only exacerbates the situation. It shrinks the island's tax base, which the government needs to pay for itself and its debts. In recent years, the government just issued even more debt to pay off its current debt. Now, if there are no jobs, how are you going to collect revenue on people who are not employed? Government doesn't seem to understand it. Well, 48,000 people per year leaving, that's a large percentage of your population on an annual basis. Now, that's 48,000 people who didn't have a job. Or maybe they were looking for better prospects. Well, you know, when you spend that kind of money, what do you expect to happen? When you keep spending. Now, obviously, if people are leaving, why do you need the same level of government services? Well, if you have fewer people, wouldn't you expect that the government services would be less expensive? Yeah, well, I know that there are specific stranded costs. I mean, you know, people leave, you're still going to have the same roads. I get that part, but for other, social services, they're not needed. There's fewer people. Hey, if you got fewer people, then you probably need fewer cops. Well, I hate to say it, but that would work out to be. You'd need fewer government workers in the social aspects of your government because there's fewer people to administer. Right? Yeah, but